jumbo jet.
In a state that lives and breathes football, welcome inside the massive AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys. Ball teed up, Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. They're brought out by the seventh-year pro out of Washington State. You and I have known this guy for a long time, Brock. It's Gardner Minshew.
Kate, I don't know how many people know the story of Gardner Minshew and how close he was to becoming a GA and coaching. Mike Leach got on the phone with him and said, hey,
jerks his way into space. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That one hits for 30. And that's a Chiefs first down.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Going to the ground again on first. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Okay, we both know this pace can't continue, but they got to enjoy it as they can. And that football shouldn't go to anybody else until that defense proves they can stop them.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone on first. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, we're just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Has it down close. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a 6-0 lead right away. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. So that right there, exactly what you're looking for in the opening drive of a game.
And these opening drives are tone setters. You come out flat, maybe you go 3 and out. Sometimes there's a carryover effect, Kate, but here, they were sharp, they were crisp, and they grabbed the early lead.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. And they're brought out by a quarterback celebrating a decade now as an NFL starter. Originally the 135th pick back in that 2016 NFL draft, it's Dak Prescott.
He didn't get the full chance to build on his MVP runner-up season, and the injury ended 2024 after just 8 games. But Dak's got a few more weapons around him. He's got a new head coach, play caller, and at this stage of his career, he's got to make the most of it.
They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Hey, being evenly matched at the line may sound like a draw, but that's an absolute win defensively. They absorbed a huge push and did not get driven back an inch.
Prescott here from the gun. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Running right, it's Williams. Defense contains him. That's going to force 4th down as he's dropped for a loss. And that right there, an early look at somebody who might just be the impact player in this ballgame.
Yeah, there's no question this strong safety loves to come downhill. Now, as an offense, you've got to adjust. You've got to throw over the top if he's willing to be that aggressive.
Cowboys butting it away here on 4th, and it's the long-time vet Brian Anger on now. He has it at the 13. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. The Chiefs sending their offense out for the 2nd time this game. And they take the field up a touchdown early, and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. A little quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, you'll start to murmur and might even hear birds.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Out of the gun, Minshew. This is cut downfield by Rice. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. It's Pacheco again. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand if thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that case is he puts some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road for what looked like a very plain play.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Minshew. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Pride connected with Xavier Worthy there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Minshew now on 3rd down. Finds him over the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Butker knocks it through. It sails right through. A beautifully placed football.
2 drives, and both of them ending in points. You don't even mind you only got a field goal there, Kate. They got to be ecstatic, exactly the way they wanted to start this one.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Turpin with a return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. 1st and 10 from the 32.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Dak off the play fake. Catch made by Schoonmaker. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Dallas first down. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. It's a 10-0 ball game. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. This is complete to Ferguson out left. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, second down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They go with Williams on the counter. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Well, that play right there, that one is why linemen, they run the 40, do all the agility tests in their spandex at the combine. Yeah, having fast, agile, big guys up front, it lets them set the table so the running backs can go do their job.
George Pickens, the intended target. So it's second down coming up.
Those windows over the middle, the congestion, just the mass of people, if you're not on time and on target, you're not going to find a completion, especially on that down and distance.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. Back to the air, Prescott. Brought in close to the 8. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
It's a gain of 20.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Working inside the red zone. Brings it in. And in he goes for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys start to fight back with their first points of this game. George Pickens, the touchdown. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there, because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Cowboys cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. This one's to Rice out on the right side. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable. And it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing from the gun here. Right back to Rice. Caught again. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
That's good for Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down from the 42. On the draw, it's Pacheco. And he's brought down after a gain of about 6 inside the 40.
You know, Kate, these days in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Second down run by Pacheco. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
Chiefs. First down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Down, and they go right back to it. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
So 2nd and 5 on deck as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Stay with us. More from AT&T Stadium coming up. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Back to throw, Minshew. This one's caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. He's not going to escape this. The Cowboys take him down. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Minshew to throw. And this is going to be a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs grow their lead just before halftime. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs make it a 10-point ball game. Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jalen Tolbert. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. The Cowboys and George Pickens set for this next possession. That score made it 17-7, but they can cut it back to a one-score game here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down, here's Dak. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Following the incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 now from the 30. Throwing again is Dak. Screen here for Williams. Escapes the defender. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Dak to the air here. He's got it, complete to Pickens. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Working from the pistol, Prescott. Connects on the crosser. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Throwing again, Prescott. On the right side, he's caught by Ferguson. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
One final shot before the half. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hanson. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update, as always. And welcome back, everyone. 3rd quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. Butker on now to kick this one away. Tolbert now to return it. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Dallas with its offense headed out for our first possession of the half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. 2nd half starts with a run by Williams. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
It's 2nd and inches at the 41-yard line.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. Prescott set to pass. That's Lamb running the slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
At the 46-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Prescott here from the gun. Down the field, he's got Lamb. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn a good play into a great play.
So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
You can keep your job in the NFL as a D tackle if you eat up space. You really can. But you make that bag when you could defeat blocks, penetrate, and create runs for losses as a defensive tackle.
Prescott now, blitz coming. That's incomplete on second down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Big play for this offense. It's 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Bails out of the pocket, and he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good, creative quarterback. One that can extend a play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys cut it to a field goal game.
Cowboys 14.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. On the return, here's Nico Remigio. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. That lead already smaller than it was at the break, Brock, and they're going to face a little pressure now on this opening series. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Now this defense is in the driver's seat, Kate. Right? When you make a stop like that on first down, now it's your discretion of just how aggressive you want to be following that play up.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Minshew. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
He finds Worthy, complete. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. So 20 yards on that play. And that's a Chiefs first down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find tipped sometimes a dozen times yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That is a textbook first down completion. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Sticking in the air with Minshew. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That play good for 17 and a first down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Hey, Kate, you ever run into a brick wall? No, me neither. I think we just watched it.
At the Cowboys 26-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Minshew. He's got it over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs lengthen the lead at the end of the third.
With that score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other, and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs make it a 10-point ball game.
Cowboys 14.
Butker on now to kick this one away.
For Kansas City.
Tolbert now to return it. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
At their own 30.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. First and 10, Prescott. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. Here's Prescott, first and 10. Completed over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. At the Chiefs' 45-yard line.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Prescott will look to throw. Hits him on the in route. And he stopped almost immediately after that catch. He's down at the 30. It's 16 yards on that play. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
First and 10.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Dak throwing again. Completes it again to Pickens. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
Out of bounds at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Another throw for Prescott. And he's got it in close. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys make it a 4-point game here in the fourth. George Pickens the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
One touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separation to the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
And he connects there, so now another kick from them. A field goal will tie this game in the fourth.
Chiefs 24. Cowboys 21.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Mejio with the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And after that touchdown, cut their lead. A response in order as they take over. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Hunt trying things up the gut. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Minshew working from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Minshew now on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That's grabbed inside the 30. And this will reach the opposing 25-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Minshew on 1st down. Right back to Worthy. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Pacheco gets it from the gun. He dodged the tackle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 6. And the Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
They'll go back to Pacheco on 1st. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up, shift the momentum a little here in the 4th. Drive's been moving nicely, but they went the wrong way on that last snap. It's 2nd and 13. Minshew. Throws caught. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Brings it in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs making a 9-point advantage. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs make it a 10-point ball game.
31. Cowboys 21.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Tolbert now to return it. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Here's Williams to start the drive. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys gotta score in a hurry. Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. From the gun is Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one doesn't go far. Stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and just 2 to go. Now to throw. It's on target to Williams. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
1st and 10. Here's Prescott. In the hands of Flanoy. Complete. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10. Got to score immediately here. Only one timeout left, and that clock winding down. To the middle, it's snared by Ferguson. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from 1st down to 1st down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
Now it's Prescott again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long, but finally, this defense has an answer.
Just 40 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Prescott. Short pass brought in. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Here he is to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up gains.
7-yard gain. And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Prescott to throw once more. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Ball on the 16. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Dak. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Chiefs got to him. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Dallas.